Hello, and welcome to Blissful Divination. If you're new here, I'm Shay. Hi. Today, I want to ask a question. I want to ask two questions in one because they're very similar, and I really didn't want to break them up into two videos. So today, I'm going to read about the statehood of Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. Okay, so let's start off with Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico cannot vote, even though they all hold U.S. passports and everything like that. They cannot vote, so they bring it up to have them become a full right state and have all the privileges and things there that go along with that. Well, GOP leaders have resisted moves to allow Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. to become states because they're saying that it'll give Democrats 4 assigned seats in the Senate. But that's not necessarily true. We don't know because Puerto Rico, the reason why Puerto Rico also hasn't lobbied so much, I feel, is because there are rich business owners and stuff in Puerto Rico that because they're not a state, they don't have to follow certain laws. There's like a little bit of a loophole they can get in there with labor and all of that kind of thing. So let's take a look at that. But they've traditionally, we don't know that they would go Dem. You know what I mean? Because of their cultural worldview. You know what I mean? So we got to see there. Also with Washington, D.C., that would also add 2 more states, and mostly those are urban areas that have been more liberal, than, say, another type of state. So we're going to, and another thing also, if Puerto Rico became a state, it would make them the largest U.S. voting Latino group after the Mexican voters. All right, the Mexican-American voters. So there we go. That might have something to do with it too. So let's just program. So we're going to program the man card to be Puerto Rico. We're going to program the woman card to be Democrats. We're going to program the lion to be the GOP. We're going to program the fox to be rich Puerto Rican business owners. And we're going to program the anchor to be statehood itself. All right, so we have shuffled. We're going to do one last shuffle. We've put our energy into the cards, and here we go. Money. The theme is, we're going to look at this filter, and this theme of this reading is through money, through the money. Okay. And crooked again, as always. All right, so we have it all lined up here. Okay. Okay, so it's cloudy. There's shady money. An unclear path about the money and becoming a state. So, okay, that's all they want to say about that in direct answer, is that, of course, there's money. Yes, y'all like my handy dandy little new pointer? I had one of these left just hanging around. Guess what? It's a pointer. It's pink. It's cute. It's going to work. So we see here that it's unclear money, not a clear path. Okay. So I think that they don't have the same type of rules or something to that effect. Like there's some loopholes or something, and it's a money thing. As it always is. As it always is. So let's look into the house of Puerto Rico itself. And that would be here. Okay. I feel like they want to become a state. They want that legal protection. Yeah, it would open up a lot of opportunities for them. And also, Here, more opportunities, opening opportunities. It would create a lot of changes for them. It would. Travel and changes be, I don't know. They already have passports. They can serve in the military. They can do all those things. They can travel as they want, but it would bring some changes for them for the good. Okay. Now let's look into the house of the rich Puerto Ricans. No, let's not look at that one first. Let's look at the Democrats. Because, like, I mean, is that what they want? Do they want to do this just because they want some seats? No. I feel like they want some stability. Like, they really feel like Puerto Rico deserves it, like family. They're like family. They're family. Their family's been blocked. Okay, and the lion is the Republicans. Yeah, family's been blocked by the Republicans. Here we go. So here we have Puerto Rico itself. Puerto Rico actually has Republicans. They're Republican Puerto Ricans. I think it might go Republican. It would go Republican if it went state. So we don't know. Let's see. Let's flip the rest and I will pull it all together. And there we go. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we're looking at. The statehood itself. Oh, that's the anchor. So yeah, the Democrats were thinking about statehood too. Family, they're like family and it's statehood. Okay, so statehood itself. Yeah, that's the statehood. Okay, statehood. It will be an opportunity for them. Because they've been thinking about statehood. It's unclear and it's been whittled away, but basically they want to become a state. They would vote. It would be voted in. Opportunities, dreams, and goals. And they want it for they want it for those reasons, the selfish and independent reasons. But they want it for them. It's going to do something and help them as a Caribbean place. It's in the Caribbean, and it would be a U.S. state in the Caribbean. A lot of changes. It would mean a lot of changes for the state. Let's see. Well, we got the cross and the stars right here. So it's destined that this is going to happen. Well, wait a minute. No, it's destined to happen. But it seems like it's a negative karma, for somehow. We have the Democrats here. They think for legal reasons. They probably do want it because of the seats it would gain. They love the idea of it. The Democrats love the idea of it. The Republicans, they think it would be a negative destiny. That's where they are. It would be bad for them. They feel like it would be their stability, but they're worried about it. Because they're running out of money. Like, they don't have enough money. Or it would give them more money, but they don't have enough money now. So, giving that would give them money to do stuff. Let's see, do I see anything else? Well, I think it's going to clear up soon because we're going to have an ending, right? we're going to have an ending the blockages. And then you're going to have more of the reward, which is what they want. See, because it's in its own house. They would love to do it. Love is in its own house. Independence is in its own house. It's going to be an end of a block. It's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. But I don't think that Puerto Rico is going to go the way that they think it will. I think Puerto Rico will go with the Republicans. And that's probably the only way they're going to become a state, if they get into bed with the Republicans. All right, so let's take a look at Washington, D.C. now. Okay. Okay, so Washington, D.C., same thing. And the filter card we get for Washington, D.C. is messages, right? Communication. There's talks about Washington, D.C. doing that. So we're going to look at that through the filter or theme of communication, talks, negotiations. All right, there we go. Oh, Lord Jesus, y'all. I did not program them. So let's program them real quick. We're programmed to the man, because I did it in my mind. I didn't do it out loud. I programmed the man to be the District of Columbia. Programmed the woman to be the Democrats. I programmed the lion to be the GOP. And that's all we had. We just had 3. So we had the man, the District of Columbia, woman, the Democrats, lion, the GOP. Okay, so let's continue. Because I didn't want nobody in my time. You didn't name. Sit down there. Okay. So here we have come up the Democrats. Okay, the Democrats must be really pushing for this opportunity. They're negotiating to push for this opportunity. It's not clear on how it's going to go right now. They're not agreeing on that particular thought to make them a state. Unlock what? And what? Okay, well, they say that's all I got to say about that. Now it says, okay, we got negotiations for the opportunity going on by the Democrats. It's uncertain. It's uncertain that whether or not this would be what they would want. Like, would it be advantageous? They're not clear on whether making DC a statehood would be advantageous for Democrats. That's interesting. So let's look at DC and the DC's house, which would be in the House of the Man. They want to become a state. I feel like whoever that be in DC, the people of DC want to become a state. Okay, they're worried. They're worried about what they're worried about. They're worried about past actions happening again. And, okay, by the Republicans. Legal. They want legal power or legal protection. Monies. They would get monies to do something. They would get money to be able to defend and protect things, I think. Spread out. Like, it would be... I don't know. They would be able to fund whatever it is, like these other areas that need funding. They don't have enough funding or have enough legal protections either. they could work independently. Now, here we see DC right next to what they love. They want to unlock that opportunity. They want to do that. They're not partisan because they're not even looking at the Dems or whatever. Let me flip the rest. Okay. So, let's take a look at the relationship, shall we? Okay. I think that they think that it would cut off it would make things clear, that which is unclear. So, it would give them their own jurisdiction to do something. Like there's things that they can't do because they're not a state, and this would give them power to do that. Okay. And then here we go. The Dems and the GOP just fighting each other as usual. They just doing what they do. They're happy. They're optimistic. They are worried though. They want it to be legal. They want the legal part taken care of. They're worried about the Republicans. They know that it won't be easy to do it. The GOP is controlling the negotiations. Bimbity boom. Looking. Yeah, so I think DC is closer in the statehood talks than Puerto Rico is. I think that the only way, I keep hearing that the only way these places will become states is if Republicans find it necessary and they can ensure that they're going to flip to them and give them an advantage. Getting the statehood. You got the GOP wouldn't make it easy for them to have what they want. Yeah, they're much closer. They're much closer than Puerto Rico is. So that's what I see on that. I truly think that they're politicizing it. They're politicizing it as always. The GOP and the Democrats are doing what they do. Washington, D.C. wants the full legal protections that statehood would provide them legally, and also the funds. Puerto Rico, on the other hand, look like they're about to get into bed with the Republicans, or they feel like they have no choice but to get into bed with the Republicans if they want to get it done. It's kind of like again, which devil do you choose type of situation. Because I feel like none of this will take place. The Republicans, the GOP will block this unless, they see this as some sort of a advantageous thing for them. So that's what I see right now in that energy. And I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Be sure to hit the thumbs up for me so that we can get some traction and recognition with this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, elevate. Bye.